So, what did we learn about the Cy Scott controversy? Well, number one, this is Thailand. Rules are meant to be broken. And secondly, him, right, in his capacity as an influencer, a marine conservationist, in his official role as an advisor to the Department of National Park Wildlife and Plant Conservation, or DNP. You know, there's a certain mindset to that, right? He comes from a conservationist mindset, and that is definitely going to be stepping on some serious toes when you put in the private sector, the local community, and the existing rangers, right? The private sector, they want to keep their business rolling. They want to make profits. They want to take tourists out into the ocean to scuba dive, but at the expense of certain environmental violations. The local communities or the park rangers, they have their like existing set of routine and practices already. So yeah, this is not great for them. The two clips that made this whole situation national, that pushed everything into the spotlight, that prompted DNP to dismiss him as the advisor for the department, was these two clips. Number one is this one, Cy confronting these two tourists for greeting him with ni hao. Now, this clip has been viewed over 7.2 million times. Like, social media opinions, they are divided. But basically what happened was, this is Cy confronting these two tourists because he was very offended that they were making like assumption about his identity. Basically, like, he was trying to like tell them that you should not like make these like racial assumptions about people who are Asian, because it kind of like undermines the identity of being Thai. So they basically, according to Cy, showed like no remorse, or they were unapologetic. So he was trying to like get them onto shore where he could like explain and educate them further about their attitude and their remarks. Social media reactions totally divided, but a lot of people were supporting him for having that kind of gut to confront these tourists, because basically it was just like time for once and for all to kind of sit these people down, right, and let them know that customers are not always king. You can't like do whatever you please and say whatever you want, right? So yeah, there's that. But others are saying that, okay, maybe perhaps Cy overreacted in this like situation, because how is ni hao offensive? You're viewing it as an overreaction. There's like this bit in the clip as well where he said that, you try that again and I'll have you deported. People are like, okay, perhaps you are indeed overstepping your role as an advisor, because who are you to have people deported? You're not an immigration officer. Also, this viral clip as well, where Cy confronted these two elderly, aggressive Italian tourists for swimming unsupervised in an area that was supposed to be closed for the corals to grow back. When I was watching this clip, I felt like this should be the gold standard of how to handle entitled tourists. We come from like a culture where we kind of bow to loud foreign people. And there's also that mindset of like customer is king. The mai pen rai attitude, it's okay, let it go attitude. But I feel like, rules are rules. And if you're going to enforce them and somebody breaks them, this is how you would handle it. Because Cy's content on this app is about, exposing these sectors coming together to exploit and violate the environment, right? So his content creation has reportedly made park staff uncomfortable, particularly when they have been unfairly generalized as negligent. So on April the 19th, there was a complaint filed to the DNP accusing Cy overstepping his advisory role by commanding staff and using park vehicles without prior authorization. And he was also accused of bringing foreign team members into the park and without permission, flying drones and filming videos without permission. This right here, whether it's true or not, whether it's a front for something else because somebody is exposed, well, Cy's content creation, okay, was accused of focusing on videos for his personal channel and not for the DNP's. And Psy was also criticized for making derogatory remarks about tourist guides, tour operators, often citing his superior education and conservation values as, the reasoning behind that. But despite all these issues, park authorities, they maintain that law-breaking tourists, such as those swimming in protected coral zones, are dealt with legally, including being fined for their actions. But then again, wait, what about the private sector? What about the boat operators? What about these tour guides? Are they being dealt with legally as well? Because why do we hear about this? It's the same story, different day.